My name is Shane Nestruck. I'm retired for a few years now, so you may be able to tell by the way I'm playing. But I had a very fortunate life in that I had 55 years of a music career, the vast majority of it being on Bari Sax. So I've decided that this strap that I invented in 1967, long before many of you were born, of course, has saved my back and shoulders and neck. I have been able to play Bari Sax for endless hours with no neck pain, no shoulder pain, no back pain. The information, the exact information on how you can make one for yourself can be found with pictures and total information at shanessaxstrap.wordpress.com. But just a quickie, it's got an elastic band that you can obtain at a business or a hospital where they make orthopedic devices for people with amputations, for instance. It holds the weight of the saxophone, and it has a little bit of give in it, so that when the mouthpiece is a little too close to your face, you push it away, you have that flexibility you need when you're playing. It also then stretches from your left shoulder down to your right hip, so that the weight of the saxophone is somewhere about halfway down your back. And it works. It worked for me anyway, and I've sold 150 of them to other Bari Sax players over the last 50 years. And they all seem to like it. So I decided, well, I can't sell the patent evidently to a manufacturer. I'm going to give it away to all the passionate Bari Sax players who are interested in playing longer with less pain. So again, shanessaxstrap.wordpress.com has all the information about that. A little bit of other information. In '98 I took this Bari Sax, a Selmer, to Paris and visited with Patrick and Jerome Selmer, and they made me a Selmer artist because I showed them a whole bunch of things I did to my horn. The major one being I shortened the bell, and lo and behold, they now make the bell exactly this length because the low A is in tune, and that helps a whole lot when you want to honk that low A. If you're going to honk it, it's going to go a little flat, so it can't be flat to start. It's going to go crazy. There's a few other little details on this horn, like the chromatic F sharp that vents to the front of the horn. So when you're playing things like it doesn't sound like a mistake every time you use the chromatic F sharp, because the normal one vents towards the body, and it's like every F sharp has a mistake in it. So I did that and a few other things. So incidentally, I also use the same strap on my tenor. I didn't always use it on gigs, but for practicing, I use the same strap. Now, it's a little different. I use a zip tie down low, and another one up high. This one is right below the E flat key, because it works for me there. You might want it a little higher, you might want it a little lower. Just thread it through where it doesn't interfere with the mechanism, and attach your cords at either end, and of course the same elastic strap. Some people like to play their sax here, then they can sit and stand and sit and stand with the same strap. I really like standing when I play tenor, so I put it on my hip a little bit here, and actually the thing weighs nothing. Like seriously, this tenor sax that's, you know, really hurting your neck after an hour's practice, no problem at all. So hopefully this will be very helpful to you people that have sore necks, and you know where to get the information. It's at shanessaxstrap.wordpress.com. Now a couple other little details just for the sake of it. I'm actually looking to find a passionate, perhaps crazy person that loves Bari Sax, that wants a great horn. And this horn is by far and away the best I've ever touched. and I've seen a lot of Bari Saxes over the years. But I don't want to pass it on to somebody who's going to, you know, drop it in their high school band program. I want to pass it on to somebody who wants to play and use it, because a great horn deserves to be played. So if you're that passionate, crazy, perhaps crazy, Bari Sax player, you can email me at shanedn@shaw.ca, and maybe we'll negotiate some sort of deal. One other unfortunate little bit of information here. Years ago, my original Mark VI Bari Sax, which I had shortened the bell on, was stolen. It had serial number 70381. So if you see an old Mark VI with a dark lacquer, with a serial number similar to 70381, because it may have been modified that way, you'll know it's my horn when you see that the high D key has a soldered on tone hole, larger one, so that the E flat, E and F are in tune. I'd really like to see that horn again sometime for sentimental reasons. I spent the first half of my career on it, loved the horn, it was stolen, and fortunately I've got a hold of one of the best Selmers ever made. This horn is really awesome. But I'd even consider some sort of exchange for sentimental reasons. I'm not playing anymore, but I would love to put my hands on that horn, and I might even actually be convinced to play a little bit more if I had it. Anyway, enough of that. Hopefully this has been helpful, and hopefully you will no longer have a sore neck or sore shoulders from playing Bari Sax.